one. Music icon was laid to rest in a private ceremony earlier this week, and a larger memorial is being planned. Shifting gears, there's an update on the McDonald's E. coli outbreak. Correspondent Haya Panjwani reports.
At least 104 people have fallen sick in an outbreak of E. coli food poisoning tied to the onions served on McDonald's quarter pounder hamburger. 34 have been hospitalized. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said that cases have been detected in 14 states. One person died in Colorado, and 4 people have developed a potentially life-threatening kidney disease complication. The outbreak has been tied to slivered onions served on the quarter pounders. The CDC says the risk to the public remains low. I'm Haya Panjwani.
Finally, newly uncovered tapes are suggesting that Charles Manson may have also committed murders in Mexico in the 1960s prior to his famous Los Angeles area crime spree. Kevin Carr reports.
New revelations about Charles Manson have come to light in an upcoming docuseries premiering on Peacock next week.
Charles Manson is notorious for the most frightening murders that ended the 60s.
Directed by Billy Mintz, Making Manson focuses on newly uncovered tapes of the notorious cult leader who infamously oversaw multiple murders by his followers in Los Angeles in 1969. One of the tapes, recorded by a friend of Manson's while he was in prison, appears to have him confessing to a series of crimes when he lived in Mexico in the 60s.
And they're all part of flying like that nobody knows about. I lived in Mexico for a while. I went down before stole some cars.
These crimes took place before Manson came to California to start a hippie-style commune made up of mostly young women. While Manson did not directly kill the victims in 1969, one of which was Hollywood actress Sharon Tate, he directed his acolytes to do so. Manson was convicted of murder and conspiracy to commit murder in 1971. He died in prison at the age of 83 in 2017. In the clips from Making Manson, he suggests that he was involved in multiple crimes, including murder.
I left for 357 Magnum in Mexico City, and I left some dead people on the beach.
The docuseries Making Manson premieres on Peacock on Tuesday, November 19th. I'm Kevin Carr.
America in the Morning, November 14th, 2024, is produced by Jeff McKay. Senior producer Kevin Delaney. I'm John Trout. This is Westwood One.
I'm Eric Tippett. I've been blessed to be able to make a living at what I love, making music for more than 25 years. But it didn't get there overnight. There were a lot of long days and nights of working just to make ends meet. Good things in life don't always come easy. But when you sweat for what you want, it makes it even sweeter when you get it. So remember to work hard, and when the opportunities present themselves, you got to be ready to grab them. This message is brought to you by the United States Air Force.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
News Radio 1440 is everywhere you are. On the radio, online at newsradio1440.com, and on our app. You can also listen on your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440 WLYAM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HP3 FM, Montgomery, the Cumulus Media Station. This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin with a hat trick for Republicans in Washington, D.C. Correspondent Nicole Killian has our top story from Capitol Hill. A clean sweep across the board.
We come out of this excited to deliver the America First agenda for the American people.
House Republicans celebrated victory Wednesday night as they officially retained control of the majority. The GOP securing the House, Senate, and the White House. President-elect Donald Trump has made another controversial pick for a cabinet post. He says he'll nominate Florida's Matt Gaetz to be Attorney General. Gaetz has been investigated by the Department of Justice over allegations of sex trafficking. CBS's Robert Costa.
Well, some Republicans are saying it might be difficult for Gaetz to be confirmed. Based on my reporting, it's pretty clear that President-elect Trump and his allies inside the transition are going to test Republicans in the coming months. Are you really going to go against the leader of the party who just won the White House with the popular vote and by winning the Electoral College? Are you really going to take him on on these key picks. Are you going to have a future in the Republican Party? They're in a way almost daring Republicans to go against these favorites of the president-elect.
The House Ethics Committee may release what CBS News has learned is a highly damaging report into its investigation of Gates tomorrow. He's resigned his congressional seat. An update on last month's fast food disaster. CBS's Jim Kusula.
Federal health officials now say at least 104 people have been sickened in an outbreak of E. coli food poisoning linked to onions on McDonald's quarter pounder hamburgers. One person died in Colorado, and 4 people have developed a potentially life-threatening kidney disease complication.
It's the middle of November, and a new tropical weather system is swirling off the coast of Honduras. It could power up to a tropical storm named Sarah. West Coast Floridians, hit by back-to-back hurricanes, are bracing. Meteorologist Frank Ferreira.
There are some models that do show it moving through the Gulf of Mexico and perhaps in some form impacting Florida beginning through the middle part of next week.
There's been no rain in New York's tri-state region for at least a week. CBS's Tony DeCopel.
The record dry spell in the Northeast is fueling wildfires in places we are not used to seeing burn. Yesterday, a brush fire broke out in a wooded park area in northern Manhattan, sending smoke into the sky above New York City.
Wildfire along the New York-New Jersey border is now 50% contained. Lawmakers in Palm Springs set to vote today on nearly $6 million in reparations for Black and Latino families who lived in a community that was destroyed more than half a century ago.
Actually, he said he's 71, so he's not that young.
This is
CBS
News.
Some mistreatment.
O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Prescriptions require an online consultation. Healthcare provider will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a urologist, I've helped many guys with ED. And it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help with their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
New CDC data shows a drop in opioid overdose deaths. CBS's Alexander Tin.
Around 70,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses for the year ending June 2024. That's according to new CDC estimates, tracking the now roughly year-long slowdown in overdose deaths nationwide, which have fallen 18% from peak last year. Nearly all states are now seeing deaths for opioid painkillers like heroin and slow, and trends in deadly overdoses linked to other types of drugs are also now showing signs of a decrease nationwide.
Police in Southern California say what looked like a bear opening the door handle of a Rolls Royce and using its mighty claws to shred the leather seats was actually a human in a bear costume using a kitchen tool. State Department of Insurance says it was staged performance submitted as part of a 4-person scheme that allegedly defrauded companies of almost $142,000. All alleged participants under arrest. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
All these cameras and all this AI.
uncertain times, it's more crucial than ever. So when it comes to gold, I trust one company, Advantage Gold. They're one of the top gold companies in America, and they're who I turn to for my own investment. Call them now. 800-900-8000. Get your free gold investment kit to see how gold can help protect you from post-election chaos. And when you do, you might even qualify for $1,000 in free silver. That's 800-900-8000. Don't wait until it's too late. 800-900-8000. Tell them Mark Levin sent you. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians, don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples has amazing deals on everything you need for the holidays, from custom holiday cards and photo gifts to laptops and gaming systems, even shipping solutions. And now save up to $350 on select computers. In-store only. Offer ends 11/16. Unwrap huge holiday savings at Staples.
Let's start to our Thursday as a cold front's working its way across the state. We'll see gradual clearing from west to east as we head throughout this day. Temperatures only topping out in the 70s and winds will be breezy. We'll see some sunshine try to peek through later on today. Tonight, partly cloudy, lows will be in the 40s. Dry weather expected Friday through the weekend. Highs will be in the 60s and 70s with lows in the 40s. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got an accident 85 southbound at the 65-85 interchange. Traffic is beginning to back up quickly, so please be prepared for this. 85 southbound, 65-85 interchange. Also an accident reported Troy Highway at East-South Boulevard. At McKinnon Nissan, you can lease a 2024 Nissan Rogue for just $299 per month. That's worth the drive. McKinnon Nissan exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is major delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Thursday. Tuskegee University has canceled classes for the rest of the week following the weekend mass shooting on campus. One person died and several others were injured during homecoming weekend. A GoFundMe account has been set up for the family of the victim killed in last weekend's mass shooting in Tuskegee, 18-year-old Latavion Johnson from Troy. His family says funeral costs will be covered by insurance, but they're asking for help for other expenses. If you'd like to donate, go to WSFA.com. An emergency missing child alert is in effect statewide for a Montgomery teenager. 15-year-old Madison Berry has been missing for a week now. Montgomery police initially said she was a runaway, but just 24 hours ago declared her missing. She was last seen near Rosemary Road and Atlanta Highway. To see Madison's pictures, go to WSFA.com. I'm Jasmine Williams with your morning headline.
Get ready, Pike Road, Montgomery, and Prattville. The leaves are falling, and so are my prices. Matt Horsley here from Budget Car and Truck Sales in Montgomery. 61 Mendel Parkway, next to Fraser Church, just off Atlanta Highway. Autumn is here, but forget those leaves on the ground. My prices are dropping, and I want to help you rake in some savings. That means this month only, you could save up to $4,000 on a nicer, newer car, based on the price of the car you pick. So even if your old car is rusted, busted, or just fallen from grace, leave it behind, and I'll spice up things in a car you love. So you could save up to $4,000 on a car this month. Plus, at Budget Car and Truck Sales, we're about affordability. My solution specialists work hard to help you find a car you love for a monthly payment you can afford with the banks and the credit you they get. And you can save up to $3,000. Be hanging. A deal this good won't last long. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for the people. See all these bountiful harvests of rides at budgetsays.yes.com. That's budgetsays.yes.com.
You're hiring? ZipRecruiter's technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. What if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
Hey,
and summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Have you been injured in a car wreck? Don't let the insurance companies bully you. Call me, Johnny Albert.
Representation today, the quality of legal services provided is greater than the quality of legal services provided by other lawyers.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again, if you can. It's another day, one more, when you're on top of the ground and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or give you a new one. But either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. It is November the 14th, 2024. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Persist in Praying. Our scripture insight today comes from Luke 18, 1 through 8. So you can follow along when that happens and you'll learn a little bit more. And again, it is November the 14th. It is a day that has never been. And it is a day that shall never, ever be again. It is a once-in-a-lifetime deal. And you don't get a do-over. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should do today that you don't. And you certainly don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've lived a while, you've been around a while, you've seen, you've heard many, some of you even more than that, days. And if we are blessed and given the grace, the mercy, and the patience of God, we may, I am not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What do we do with them? Well, we do what we can, while we can, for whom we can, until we can't. Because somewhere along your life journey, someone did the same for you. Reached out a hand, a shoulder to let you lean on, a heart that cares, wisdom that is invaluable. You can do no less for somebody in your life. And no matter what happens to you this day, remember this: it is a fantastic day, a stupendous day, a great day to be alive. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled Persist in Praying was written by Karen Elkins. Leela, a baking assistant, felt too helpless to defend herself when her supervisor accused her of pilfering some raisin bread. The unfounded assertion and corresponding salary deduction were just two of many wrongful actions from her supervisor. God, please help, Leela prayed each day. It's so hard working under her, but I need this job. In Luke chapter 18, Jesus tells of a widow who also felt helpless and sought justice against her adversary. She turned to someone with the authority to resolve her case, a judge. Despite knowing that the judge was unjust, she persisted in approaching him. The judge's original response is infinitely different from that of our Heavenly Father, who quickly responds with love and help. If persistence can cause an unjust judge to take up a widow's case, how much more can and will God, who is the just judge, do for us? We can trust Him to bring about justice for His chosen ones. And being persistent in praying is one way of showing our trust. We persist because we have faith that God will respond in perfect wisdom to our situation. Eventually, Leela's supervisor resigned after other employees complained about her behavior. As we walk in obedience to God, let's persist in praying, knowing the power of our prayers lies in the one who hears and helps us. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Luke chapter 18, verses 1 through 8. Then Jesus told his disciples a parable to show them that they should always pray and not give up. He said, in a certain town there was a judge who neither feared God nor cared what people thought. And there was a widow in that town who kept coming to him with the plea, grant me justice against my adversary. For some time he refused, but finally he said to himself, even though I don't fear God or care what people think, yet because this widow keeps bothering me, I will see that she gets justice, so that she won't eventually come and attack me. And the Lord said, listen to what the unjust judge said. And will not God bring about justice for his chosen ones who cry out to him day and night? Will he keep putting them off? I tell you, he will see that they get justice and quickly. However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth? Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we come before you, knowing that you are the just judge who hears our prayers and responds with love and wisdom. Help us to trust in your perfect timing and justice, even when we feel helpless or face adversity, and grant us the patience to continue seeking you in all circumstances. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Joyce Dinkins, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Okay, it's Friday. Okay, it's not Friday. It's Thursday. Last day of PT though, so like our PT Friday. Okay, time to go to work. Time to go to work. Get up. Let's get motivated. Let's get it going. Hey, and don't forget to say thank you, Lord, for being here this morning, because it certainly did not have to be. All right, I'm Sergeant Elkins, and I will be calling PT this morning. Let's get it and earn my pay. Hard work, work, and days of work. Come on. That's what they say. Hard work, I earn my pay. Come on now. Tighten it up, tighten it up. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. And let's go to work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Oh, yeah. That's what they said. Come on now. Tighten it up, tighten it up. Somebody tell the first sergeant that he's not retired yet. He need to get some of this. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. On the airplane in the early morning rain. That's what they said. Hard work, I earn my pay. Come on. Ah, feels good, feels good. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Sit them on down. Woo! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hard work. The mission is go. Oh, yeah. Hard work. I do it for play. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo! Oh, that was a good PT this morning for the last day of the week to do PT. Unlike active duty, we take Fridays off on PT. So let us now pay homage to all of our armed forces of the United States of America, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. Still haven't figured out what to do? They're part of the family. The United States Army. The United States Navy. Good morning.
Is it today, right?
Huh? We're gonna have to wake everybody up. I'm trying to figure out if make it better. If I found my phone, hey, yeah. Well, no, we didn't have those. Oh. I'm a little older than you, so I didn't get it. We needed the whole fashioned way. Shut up and listen. Well, I didn't shut up after this. The United States Air Force. They're not up this early right now, but somebody will tell them about it. Their motto is Semper Fidelis, but they couldn't pronounce that. So he just cut it short and called it Semper Fi. But whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it all means the same thing. always, not Mondays and Fridays, not every other day, but always faithful. Hoorah, Marines, hoorah. Good morning, Jarheads. I'm really a Marine at heart. I'm really am one. I just don't understand my plight. Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, and Space Force. I know people wonder why I play this every morning. Because as a member of that great fraternity called the Armed Forces of the United States, I owe it to my colleagues, past, present, and future, whom without we wouldn't sit here and be able to throw out the Bravo Sierra every morning. Okay? And it's called free speech. And now that the Democrats have lost, we at least got it for 4 more years. After that, hey, bets are off, and you never can know. But by that time, I hope I really remember my name. I'm getting old. Anyway, good morning to everybody. Hope this day finds everybody pretty good. It is what is today? Today is Thursday, second Thursday of the month. As a matter of fact, where are the days going to? Anyway, got a guest this morning, so I'm going to. Well, I'm just going to bring. We'll take our break later on. Our guest this morning is John Bowman. He is the executive director of one of the finest, one of the most interesting nonprofits in the state of Alabama. And matter of fact, he actually covers the state somewhat. Hope Inspired Ministries, and we give him this time each month to come on and tell us a little bit about what's going on. And if you don't have anything to do, you just sitting around the house saying, "Lord, I wish I had something to do." Well, they can always use you as a mentor, as a donator, as a counselor of sorts. All kinds of things that you wouldn't believe. No matter what mountain you find yourself on in life, somebody's on a higher one trying to get down, or on a lower one trying to get up. So there's always somebody out there that needs your guidance. They need to see and they need to hear your story. They need to hear your story, because we people, when I say we, I mean all of us, at times when we feel like the world's on the world's on our shoulders, there's somebody else feeling exactly the same way, except theirs is closer to truth than yours is. So I'm gonna bring John in right now because he don't need me to talk for him. I'm just trying to.
Kevin, you're doing such a good job.
Yeah, I'm just trying to hype up. I'm like the pre-show before you come on.
Yeah. Well, you went through you actually said the Bible verse. The Bible said there's many parts to the church. Everybody's got a different part, and you went through all those, and someone has something that they can give to others.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to speak to elementary school today, and if you don't think you have anything else, you just at least have this. I made it out.
Yeah.
So I can give that encouragement to them. But it's great organization, Hope Inspired Ministry. We partner with other great organizations, and all of them thrive and make it based upon volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
So those volunteers are incredible, including the ones that hire our students. Just the other day I was reading Matthew chapter 1, which if you just read it is kind of, you may think it's boring, but it's not. It's the genealogy of Jesus. And if you look into that genealogy, and I did a devotion, and it was talking about 4 particular ladies, and I actually shared this at the women's prison this week. But Tamar, Rahab, Ruth, and Bathsheba, they all had issues in their lives, but God chose to bring Jesus through those 4 ladies. And so second chances are, incredible. And sometimes third, fourth chances, but we call them second chances. And we are in the last week of the current class and placing them on jobs, and most of them have jobs lined up, but we still have some that don't have jobs that, I would love to hear some of the listeners or someone come in or call us today to say, hey, I'm willing to give someone a second chance, because we've all had second chances.
And that's one of the things that gets me about us as Americans sometimes. During this time of year, we're all thankful, which we ought to be every day. We're all thankful. We Lord, I mean, I need a couple extra boxes of tissue for the stories I hear about their lives. But when we get into position sometimes, we have a tendency to forget the steps that brought us up. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes had a song, and in that song, I never forget the phrase: "The same faces you meet going up are the same faces you meet coming down." And so let's not forget those people out there that just, we can't just talk about second chance. We got to do it, because one thing about it, George Washington is still dead. What I mean by that, what you won't be here forever. And we what us I got to include myself. I won't be here forever, but what we do can affect this generation, their generation. I mean, how many times have you seen people say, "I'm the first generation go to college"? you know how about I'm the first generation that made it out of the project, that made it, that got a job, that haven't been in jail because somebody reached out and helped me. And actually, that's just not a cliche. A lot of people reach out and help me. I need a lot of help. So, so that's not, I'm just saying we really do need to give people second chances. And so if you have a business out there, you know, okay, I mean, if you need the top security clearance, we may not be able to help you on that one, but maybe we can, because all of our people that are in Hope Inspired Ministries are not people, are not people of the dregs of society. These people are accomplished. They sometimes I know one of our people, mother died, and it took him a long time to get over that. And that you get depressed. You don't want to go to work. You don't want to do that, especially if you have a close relationship with your kids, your mom, your dad, whatever the case may be. So just because we're helping them, like we all need help sometimes, whether we admit it or not, doesn't mean that they're not still productive citizens and they just need a break. I've needed a break. Matter of fact, before the day is over, I may need one then. But we all need a break. And I love what Hope Inspired Ministries does. As a matter of fact, last week we had our when was that? Last week or week before last? When the Hope Hills, and the stories that I heard up there. You guys know I cannot sit still for more than like 20 minutes. Then it's over. But I actually sat still in there for about an hour. We'll have to get, because we were just compelled to listen to these young ladies who just like you. One day you're up, one day you're down. So we need people who really want to give, regardless of what the job is. Okay, regardless of what the job is, Hope Inspired Ministries needs you to reach out and extend the hand of hope to them. Okay, because of him.
That's right. That's right. You talk about death in the family, and many of our stories, students, when they first come to us, they do what we call a life map, and they have to draw out their past. And all too often, you'll see a tombstone on their life map. And, when they tell their story, someone in their family passed away, a lot of times due to violence, sometimes not. But that's when their troubles had started. They didn't know how to cope with it, didn't know how to deal with it. And right after it, a lot of times is drug use, jail. So it's a big thing. And that may be what starts someone down the road. One of the ladies you talked about actually had an addiction issue that started at 10 years old. 10 years old is when she started drinking alcohol. So there's, you may look at someone at 50, but you don't know their story. You don't know the obstacles and the struggles that led them to the path that they're on today. And they're trying to make it right. And it's a difficult challenge, and it's helpful to have others around us that believe in them as well. So,
and you do a wonderful job. You have the patience of Job. Okay, maybe not Job, but you're patient. And here's the most important thing: you really care about these people. when I say these people, that sounds like a Democratic thing. I don't mean these people, but I mean people in general who happen to be part of the program that we have over there. You go from here to Birmingham to Lowndes County to Bessemer, I mean, you go all over Alabama trying to make a difference, and you do, and you really do. I hear the stories all the time, and I appreciate what you do, even though I'm on your board. I'm kind of like your boss.
It's not kind of, Kevin. You are.
well, they let me sit in the chair, so I have something to do, so I won't be getting in trouble out here. But Hope Inspired Ministries, they do lots of things. And listen, the excuses that you use for not getting a job, you'd be surprised how many guys I come from on the street all the time. I said, why don't you get a job? I don't have no ID. Hey, we got that covered.
Yes.
We'll help you get some ID. We'll help you get some. Okay. So what's the story now? I don't have no transportation. Well, we may help get you a bus pass. Can't get you a car, but we can get you a bus pass. I mean, so if people really want to do something, you guys are here to help them.
Yes, and I encourage you to come by our office, pick up some brochures, learn what we do. Because when I'll stop and talk to someone on the streets to try to talk them into coming to our program, that the same conversation you just had is what I hear. Well, I can't because. And each one of those we'll take care of. We will provide them a bus pass. We will get them identification. We will help them find housing. So all of their obstacles and struggles. So we teach workforce development, but really the secret ingredient is doing you could call it social work, you could call it eliminating the barriers. And Jesus was the greatest social worker ever. And it's just like the Good Samaritan story. I mean, this guy needed, bandaging. He needed room. He needed physical things in order for him to succeed. So that's what we do is to eliminate those barriers in their life that would hold each of us back.
Yeah. There's a saying that I'd rather see a sermon than hear one. And that's what you guys do, because no matter how good your heart is, no matter how desperate they may be, you got to get their attention before you can get their acknowledgement of you. They have to see, And so if you don't have an ID, you can set me there all day long, tell me you need a job. Okay, well, I don't have the money to get the ID. I don't have transportation to get the ID. So you can say it all day long. Tomorrow he'll be right there. Yeah. Sometimes you got to pick people up and take them with you.
That's right.
Sometimes you do. So we just ask you guys to do that. And if nothing else, you got a story. If nothing else, you have a story. And we also need help sometimes with lunch, because the only meal that some of these people have during that day is what they get at Hope Inspired Ministries. Okay, and I want to appreciate. I don't want to call all the businesses that help that donate because there's too many, and I'll miss somebody. But I'd rather see your name on that list. Okay, and if you can't afford it, if you get 5 of your buddies together, I bet they can. You can we use what's called patch. Everybody takes a little patch here, a little patch there, and put a patch there. Next thing you know, you got a quilt. So we can help if you want to help. We got to stop talking about the things we want to do and do it.
That's right. Just do it.
Yeah, we just got to do it. And I've seen you work. I feel guilty sometimes when I ride by the building. I know you're in there slaving.
We're working for Jesus, and it's really not work. It's serving others. And if you want a blessing, be a blessing. You start pouring into others and watch God pour back into you. But everybody I've ever sat down and they say, well, I don't have a story, or I don't have anything to tell them. The more time you spend with them, you're like, my goodness, you do have a story. Just like the elementary school I went, you may not think you have anything to share back to kids, but you made it through where they are. And many times, there's those kids will become a 30-year-old still needing to hear that I can make it through this. Just that little bit of encouragement, I think that we all possess that.
Yeah, and I think you have an obligation, a moral obligation, to give wisdom to people who need it. And the only way you can do that with Hope Inspired Ministries, you got to come over and tell that story. Tell these people who are down on their luck that you used to be down on yours. Okay. Just because you drive a Mercedes now don't mean you would drive one 14, 20, 30, 40 years ago. You wouldn't. Okay. I've got yet to drive one. I mean, I drove one. I worked at the car wash. That's about it. But Sooner or later, who knows if I may get one. And if I never get one, who cares? I mean, who cares? But tell these people, because some of them, I tell my story sometimes. There was a guy sitting on my street on Federal Drive. He was selling papers. He was about ready to quit. I came up to him one day. It was a Sunday, and I was trying to find change to get it. I said, "Forget it." I took the whole thing. If you like me, you save money in the ashtray or in the thing. I had about $40 in there, but I just didn't have time to go to find that dollar down there. So I gave him the whole tray. And I came back the next week. He said, I was gonna quit. But he said, I'm gonna stay right here. Okay, well, I said, okay, don't expect that all the time, but you know, the little things that we do for people can give them encouragement.
Yeah.
Okay. It may not mean much to me, because there was a time I'd have hurt you for $40. Okay. Now I wouldn't be giving it away. I would just, but you just got to do it. When we leave the church, it is not to go home and sit around and talk about I went to church. When you leave the church, that's when the work begins. You know, that's when all those proverbs you want to quote to me, when all those things you want to quote to me when I see you at the store, are in church, it is time to put it in work. It doesn't do any good to tell somebody, oh, I can use a computer and I can't use one. Show me how to do it. Show me what to do. And that's what John Bowman does, former policeman, seen the best of us, and he's also seen the worst of us. Okay. And I would imagine somewhere along your career that you didn't always put people in jail.
Yeah.
I would imagine you talked to a couple of people who you thought needed a break.
I did. And, when you come across them, and you said that, that young man was about ready to quit. And that's where so many people are at. And, literally all they need is just a little bit of encouragement.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need a new car. They need a little bit of encouragement to get them started. And even down to the meals, when we see the classes start, our students are mentally in a different place, and you can see them. They're lonely, feel unvalued, have lost hope. They're about to quit, and just the food, you see them light up. Even the ones that are quiet all morning, and then when the food comes, they kind of light up. But the mentors, and I know you're a mentor, but when the mentors come in and they have lunch with them and leave, I always love to talk to the students, because you'll hear the encouragement they receive.
All right, then. Well, I got to take a break. I get someone, John Bowman. John Bowman is with. Have on the wall and they'll do you. How much people need to that thing. Yeah, the pink flag. You have what you do.
I can pull it up.
Well, pull it up
Right.
and we'll share that with our audience when we come back, because I've been trying to get great. Good morning on there.
Good morning. How you doing? Dr. Joe, how are you doing?
I listen. It was strictly by accident. Yeah, it was strictly by accident.
Yeah, Kevin told me, he told me for years that this part woman perform. I knew what he wanted, so I couldn't come on there after I left.
All right, appreciate it. I take a break. We'll come back with the pledge hymn. If you apply this to your life, no matter where you happen to be, it can only help you. Him, Hope Inspired Ministries. I know it's right. If you want to give us a call, isn't it nice that somebody is doing what we all should do, but most of us can't do it because we're working so hard for the man? Well, John Bowman, Hope Inspired Ministries, out there every day, not just in Montgomery, all over Alabama, Central Alabama, Northern Alabama.
No, but a lot of our students, Coleman and DYS, go up to them.
We'll be back.
Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Last week, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you know, a lot more ways to do that. Yeah. Shelf life. And then it's yeah. All these people said they were leaving.
Yeah, budget car truck sales, more about
Oh, I think that's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, who can find me? You can find yourself. That I, you know, there.
No. Mhm.
big amount of real. And that's why we are. It's hard to say it, they're hard to put it into it, but it, whew. And we are back. Before I get to, I gotta give you guys the number over to which is John 649. All right. So this is something that would reach you if you come into the 45 minutes on call, 135. So you can figure that out. It's a big building. Anyway, but this is something that you run into. I stop and read it every time I go over it. So this is the hymn play. It reads, and we adopted this from my grade, it says, I believe liberty, pursuit of happiness, nothing more. I also understand that happiness and the pursuit of happiness are not equal. I believe there's no such thing as that. I believe that all things are opportunities and it's up to you to make the best of them. Do not follow my passion. I believe that anything can be done with passion and pursuit. I look forward to this and do all I can to do it. You would rather live and succeed and be free and all money and grow up. I believe the best way to distinguish work is to show up as late and cheerful all the time that culture practice and review. I believe the most important thing important is honoring I feel good. If I'm unhappy, I work, I keep trying to unable to do. I believe that my education, personal skills, and absolutely critical to my success. I resolve all aspects of my whatever source is close to me. I will never stop learning. I believe the time that I will never learn anything or the challenges. I understand the world is not perfect. Do not resent the success of others. I believe that all people, some choose to be lazy, some choose to forget, but I choose to work myself. And that's one place that's simple. My family members, I'm sure the people outside of him, students would say that every day. Really shouldn't for us. I'm sure, all of us have to. Rita Pearson, who I played her students, was pretty challenging champion. We only champion, and but she said something. If you tell them long enough, they'll believe it. She used to call her kids skull, and she said if you say it long enough, they'll begin to believe it, and they'll begin to act upon it, and that is so true. That is so true. Yeah. John Bowman of Hope Inspired Ministry. If you don't have anybody in your family that needs a little hand, little course correction, maybe you know somebody who does. Okay? Maybe that person wants to you. You can come over and talk to them over there. Age sometimes means nothing. It means nothing. It's a thing you've been through. Somebody once said you can't tell a testimony without a test. and a lot of us we catch. Okay, probably got a couple more coming we don't know about. But here's the story. Here's the story. The Bible is a story, and it stories all kinds of people, all kinds of things. Somebody once said, William Halsey said, who was supposed to do that in the United States, said that there's no such thing as extraordinary people. There's ordinary people who are compelled to do extraordinary things. You know, I think that still goes to regular people. We're going to do it. I'm asking you guys to do extraordinary. Help ministry. It is nothing more than you can give $10 a month, or you can. It makes a difference. Okay. Get out of our ordinary things. And if John knows that $5 is coming, he should that $5 you don't have to go out and get. Okay. So we all can afford $5. Okay, give up a coat, give up a whatever. I'm just saying you're not going to do that. That number again, John, over there is 334-649-4. Your website. Sign up for class, and sign up for volunteer. Okay. And if nothing else, if you get all that, you can always call me and I'll give it to you. Okay. I didn't meet you over there. Okay. It will give you a Kevin. I sure will. About 30 seconds coming through the front, going out the back. Because I let the people do the work. See you.
News Radio.
Huh? Yeah. I read it to me. I got to do it.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The House Ethics Committee will release findings tomorrow in its investigation of Matt Gaetz, President-elect Donald Trump's retired convict, who had the Department of Justice. Correspondent Nancy Perez. Multiple sources tell PBS News that former women have alleged to the Ethics Committee that they were paid to go to parties attended by Gaetz that included sex and drugs. The then wrote that allegedly showed Gaetz's payments for the women gate, who had also been investigated by the DOJ after his flow of congressional seats. As for the imbalance of power in Washington, the political analyst Larry Sabaton, Republicans are ready to Senate, House, presidency, and Supreme Court. The House is actually the weakest link because the Republican majority will be very. The New York is pretty much today, if you can do more than the world using reality as a threat. It's the other people are trying to get permission to and end up and talk about these investigations instead of cleansing. Still no way to look at that. The law be no wildfire and thousands of acres that broke out along the New York and now 50% contained. CBS Tom Hansen, New York's Walmart, is not their dealer. Multiple wildfires breaking out their street. One of them is studied by 20-year-old Jonathan Fire. Volunteer contractors started to be forced. This brush fire was close to a residential area and threatened the lives of countless people. And unexpected discovery was a settlement of the life in Europe. According to the third little box,
S&P futures are up 3. This is CBS News. Yeah, progressive needs the progress rate. Without news and investment. At the technology rate, now very large scope. Learn more at newstheprogress.com. If you or someone you know who diagnosed with Medicare for any illness, listen, because you could be entitled to significant compensation. We have legal professionals standing by right now to take your call, and they'll tell you if you qualify for a plan. Call 800-570-0200. That's 800-570-0200. Call now and find out how much money you could potentially get. Because I don't have any other way to say, she's not needed any office to meet it. That's a lot to talk about. That's what my office. Hiring needs it. All the national technology plans, all like needed to do that. So,
Dock worker labor negotiations appear to be in an impasse ahead of a January 15th strike deadline.
After 2 days of talks, discussions appear to have stalled between the courts and the employer group. Coast will strike for 3 days in early October. USMX, the workers in order to negotiate all of the issues. Easy Chair, CBS News. A replacement just announced for Hoda Kotb on NBC's Today Show. Network movement melded joined the factory in January. Two young daughters.
Well, okay, I'm just checking. I gotta think this is important. I heard that that's not so. It was that gender thing again.
menshealth.com.
You probably realize when you see that. That's why you guys are books. Got millions of calls, guaranteed to fit. You don't mess around with your engine. You can ride for them, and you can ride through time. What you need at Texas, you go. Guaranteed to fit, guaranteed. You go. Things, people, love.
I keep ordering.
Just KevinL.com. It's the Dan Bongino Show. On Youth Radio 1440.
And good morning, and good morning again. Thank John Bowman for coming by. I hope those 5 minutes. We really do need some people to go over there and tell their stories. Some of these folks over there, some of them need some encouragement. Okay? And I may be sitting out in the chair still listening. Let me tell you what it will do for you if you go over there and have a conversation with yourself. It will change your life. Hopefully it'll change theirs too. But you will do the things that the things you can say that someone else has taken your role to. And they see you as their now, you can do things, and therefore they know that where you are is not where you have to stay. Somebody used to say that nothing beats failure to a trap. All you have to do is put one foot in front of the other. And no matter what, you won't be able to do what you believe. Okay? Good morning to you. Let me get back to it now. Today is the last day to vote for the student of the week. Okay? I didn't actually do this, but I just think it's such a nice thing to recognize kids who do great things and who do really good things. In scholarship, but I spend a lot of time talking about the bad stuff sometimes. But I'm proud of myself. Now this year, you know what? I'm gonna give some credit to the principal over there. I haven't had to really say much about Percy Jewel. Yeah, listen, I'm glad that. I'm glad that means my son is like last night. He's there because I don't think my son likes to. But he's a spoiled brat, and he's never had to share anything. He's always attention, and he's unaccustomed to having to share the time and space with other people. So I think that's more of a time than anything else. Okay. First of all, let's start out with the word word of the day, and the word of the day is berate. Berate, which means to scold or condemn harshly and at length. In other words, others. Okay, I got you. Now let's just talk about it. But when you berate the others, your parents' stuff, your daddy's stuff, your brother's stuff, everybody's stuff. It's crazy. You know what? Okay, you have to be rating. Okay. If you understand, you're done. Not only are you done, you can't put one together, and you come up with 11. Okay, that's degrading. So degrading. Okay? What is the lesson we like today? The lesson is when you find something in life worth dying for, that is the time that you find things in life worth living for. So, and if you live long enough, anyway, we got 3 students for our student of the week today. The last day to do it. Haley Carter, of BTW High School. That's one. Number 2, Donovan Brown of Prattville High School. And all you gotta do is go to the advertiser, search for student of the week, and it'll give you a place to vote with. Haley Carter, BTW High School. Donovan Brown, Prattville High School. Last but certainly not least is Yash Haram. Yashharam. Atlanta High School. Yash, I think it's either Yash or Yash. Paran. Paran. Haram. I think it's probably Haram. Atlanta High school. He is a senior. So whatever you do, let's go and vote for these people. And right now, there's one of these people getting a whole lot of votes. I think that I go with BCW. It's a BCW downtown thing. Okay. I think it is. We got people to go. We got to to the show downtown. And they went there and voted for this guy. It's a bunch of it. Yeah, good morning to you. Hope that they find you well and doing okay. But today's the last day to vote for student of the week. Okay? Let's get started right here together here and fill in the areas of football and basketball to get some attention. So let me see what the count is right now. The count is I did 20 to the count is right now. S T E E E N T. Okay, then. What is the vote count? Okay, the vote count is I'm going for yes. Okay, only because you guys need a little help there. I'm just saying. Okay, Kaylee Carter has a Kaylee Carter, BTW, is in the lead right now. But you know, she's got 413 votes. Donovan Brown of Prattville High School has 6,167 votes. He's at 20%. Kaylee is at 64%. And bring it up to reach. Yeah, that's why I voted for Yaz. Yeah. I never got to vote for anything. So anyway, so go there. Okay, don't let BTW wear you out. Okay, don't just let's make these things competitive. Okay? I don't know who Kaylee Carter is. Kaylee Carter is evidently she knows some people. She knows some people out there. Anyway, 64.73% is Kaylee, 20.56% is Donovan, and at 14% it is Yaz Carter. So voting, and then everybody, look at student of the week, and tomorrow in the morning, we're going to look almost insurmountable. It's almost insurmountable. Looks like Kaylee is running away with this thing. But listen, we thought that Clinton was going to win against Trump in 2016 today. And it looked like it was insurmountable. Okay? We thought that everybody thought that Miss President was going to win the presidency 2 weeks ago, weeks ago, whatever that was. And Trump came out on top of that too. I'm just saying. So don't let the numbers fool you. Okay? Gas need a little help. Okay? Need a little help. Down on his own. It's gonna be tough to be Kaylee. It's gonna be tough. And I know that somebody can at least, kind of like the football score, somebody can why even go out? Why even get on the field? But anyway, okay, Kaylee Carter, Donovan Brown, and Josh Hart. So go to the student of the week. Vote today's the last day. Vote. I think it's going to be 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So tomorrow when I come in, I want you guys to just make it competitive. Okay, this kids deserve our attention and our respect. Let me go to the phone right quick. Good morning. Hello. Okay, I appreciate you. Anyway, it's 8:16 in the morning. Now, let's get on to some things. Now, it seems, I don't know if it seems that are the rumor of the admiral leaving the veterans thing is not it's not he said it's not going away after firing former Alabama Department of Veterans Affairs Commissioner Davis, Admiral Davis, vowed not to go away on Tuesday despite his recent firing by Kay Ivey, but it's my understanding that he didn't really have the authority to do that. That's my understanding. Um, let's see. Some Alabama Department of knowledge is not go away on Tuesday to Congress requiring that they stay higher. The state board of veterans affairs rejected Ivy's request to terminate the bill in October. Ivy then unilaterally fired him after 1.5 hour meeting, board meeting. The level of support of that is overwhelming. Okay, I mean, hundreds and hundreds, not just veterans, but a lot of veterans all over the state have contacted me. I'm like, I not heard from one person who has pointed fingers at me and said, you did wrong. You need to resign. Now, then it's my understanding that the governor may not have had the authority to fire him. So we'll see how this all works out. All right? But, John Saxon, an attorney representing David Combs, in 19 he was considering filing a lawsuit. Okay, I'm just saying. So, evidently, Admiral put in a complaint against somebody about this. What he has to say about this. Okay. Let me see if I can get this thing right here and see what he has to say, because well, I'll get to that in a few minutes. But anyway, 860-1440. I got a lot of things to talk about today. Really, I do. I got a lot of things. I got a lot of things on my mind this morning. Not the least of, again, what happened in Alabama State, not Alabama State, what happened in Tuskegee the other day. Wow, that was really something else. Let me see what the thing is. Get to the point. Yeah. Oh, she's talking about something else. Anyway, I thought she was going to talk about the old Admiral here. Well, he is in there somewhere. I got to figure out where. Good morning. Who's this? I'm doing pretty good. I thought you was on suicide. I thought you was on suicide watch. And again, I don't really know about that one. I know what he got charged with. They investigated him. You know. No, I don't see that at all. No, I don't see that. Okay, yeah, but you need to give me an intelligent opinion. Okay, I think no, the word do boy, that no. Let me tell you what I want. Let, I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Mhm. Well, remember now, the president does not make laws. Congress does that. Okay, so but again, but maybe wait a minute. Maybe what they maybe that he's putting people in positions because they've been screwed, glued, and tattooed by that same attorney general's office. Like Yes, you can. Yeah, yeah. He wants. Wait a minute. Have you ever been a? Have you? Well, let me ask you. Have you ever been a supervisor on a job? Okay. Do you want your second man to always go against you on everything, or do you want somebody that's going to support you? Exactly. But yeah, this is politics, though. Yeah, no, you can't. You cannot separate relationships. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with uh, what's the qualification? It's a political appointment. The president can put the who you. Wait. Do you realize that you don't have to be a lawyer to be on the Supreme Court? So what? So what? It's a new. Okay, maybe because they've been through. Me too. Why would I want to put somebody on my team that don't like me? Why would I want to do that? Okay. Now. Now, I will say one thing. I think his chief of staff should be the person that if you hire somebody that's a little bit contrary, I think it should be the chief of staff because he'll be closer to the president than anybody else is almost. And I think what? What? Well, that's Tim Scott's fault. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't like Tim Scott. Yeah, I don't like Tim Scott, so I don't care if he get a job or not. No, I don't. I just don't like him. I mean, if what about Ben Carter? Maybe so, but wait a minute. Who 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 better knows what it's like to live in a project rather than somebody who lives there? Who better knows? All right. All right. You don't think Ben Carson is intelligent? Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know. I hear you, bro. All right. Got it right. Got to run. I hear you. When you become president, you can put your own staff in. Good morning. Good morning. That's what he said. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Well, I guess they gave us a social club called jail and prison. So we got a place where we can have family reunions, get together, free food, place to stay. Yeah, we got a place. Yeah, because 67% of all the folks in federal prison are black. I don't know how that works out that way. We can't be that much. We can't be that much of a pain. But they gave us one, and the guy in the White House now, him and Clinton got together back in the day, in the '90s, and came up with a invitation to it. I wouldn't have a problem with that. that dying people, using death as a means of punishment, when the person who did it did his as a means of punishment. I don't think the state has a right to do what we can't do, what we shouldn't do. So I don't have a problem with that. Don't let them out of prison, but if they killed somebody, let them say it, because sooner or later, everybody leaves.
Well, I just hope Dr. just knows he's gonna be okay now. We're gonna have a shot at that today.
And I tell you something else. I hope that if Trump gets an opportunity to pardon, what's his name, Hunter Biden, I hope he does. It would be and it sucks to be somebody whose father wasn't president. It does, but it is what it is. I hope he does that as a means of trying to bring this country closer together than we are. Okay, and I don't mind even if his father pardons him. That doesn't bother me at all. Not even a little bit. I mean, he didn't kill anybody. He didn't pay all of his taxes, but I don't. That to me, that's not a big crime. That's just to me. All right, appreciate it. Sound like a Democrat there, didn't I? Good morning. Good morning. I said, who better to understand? Wait a minute, but who better to understand that? Now, who better to understand that environment than a guy who grew up in it? No, they didn't live there. No, they didn't live there. No, they didn't live there. Yeah, they didn't live there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. We still got some of those. See, there you go back to color again. There you go back to color again. I said, who better to understand? I said, who's better to understand that? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, again, yeah, I, it, okay, right. Again, though, but the president can put he didn't have to take the job, right? Yeah, exactly. So he didn't have to take it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's right. That's right. You do. Okay. Well, stop whining then. If you're about to ride, get on the merry-go-round. You whining. Get off. I have never seen a white person live in a project. I said I never have. They got projects in Butler County. I thought they originated where I'm from, in South, we didn't have any. We didn't have any. Not that I remember. No, not that I remember. Yeah. Well, here in Montgomery, I know, but in Indiana and South Bend, I don't remember seeing it. Yeah. Well, again, I never saw them till I came here. Because he lived in them. Okay, listen, I understand. I understand y'all got issues this morning. Y'all take a break. We'll be back, but I'm not mad. as the president of the United States, you get the right to put in the position you want to put them in. They can either say, yes, sir, Mr. President, or no, sir, Mr. President. I think I go back to selling ice cream or something. We'll be back. I just can't get over that way, can you? Just, I just can't get over it. What happened? We'll be back.
Much more to do. Challenging opinions with cutting edge insight. This many on YouTube. My prices are dropping. I'm not going to help you. We keep some food. That means you can set up a full plan for a nicer new car. You set up as you can. So even if your full car is busted or just fine, leave it behind and let's use the car you love. You can set up a full plan for the car. Not us. A much car you about a solution to your car. You have to find a car you love or a monthly fee you can afford. You can that's what you see. You wouldn't look to follow everything nice and little car. Not to pay it. Hurry. Complaining. He was good for my car. And that was when I did it for the people. He called and found out what was a lot. I just said, yes.com. That's my yes.com. Encourage you to take
And two-thirds of those women. Sometimes develop in it. As the number of Americans continues to grow, so does the number of new and existing cases of all in health and human services. And providing an accurate diagnosis of an other before. What is the if you notice them number of medical
and disease from tickle.
I am not now following a spiral. Not a reaction. Cockroach out.
Because of much
Means
this question about the services and commercial best manifestation.
Okay, we are back. Good morning. Let's go back to the phone, see who is there, see if anybody can, let's see, to cast my brilliance here. Okay, we got this person, we got this one. Okay, let's take this person. Good morning. Good morning. That's you. Hey, hang up on bro. You're waiting on this, man. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's it. Good morning on there. Yes. Mm-hmm. However, there is a fear. There is a fear that I understand some people are a little anxious about. I don't mind Mr. Trump and people beside him that are loyal to his philosophy. But I also don't want to give him so much leeway that he can do almost anything he wants to do, because when people have that kind of power, they become somewhat narcissistic. I don't know if he will. Consider what that man went through for 4 years and 8 years. I understand loyalty is important, but not loyalty to a fault. Okay, so I just right, yeah, right. He will do it. I cannot blame him for putting people around him that are loyal to philosophy. Not to him, but what he believes. Good morning. Hello. Yeah, because that's what they told the Republicans 4 years ago. Was, hey, I should have came out and voted. Mhm. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're still in shock. What's it, Trump derangement syndrome, CDS, stuff like that. Yeah. And like Barack, and like Barack, yeah, Exactly. Yeah. Okay. I appreciate it. And you're absolutely right. And like Obama said, let's have consequences. Now, I'm a pragmatist, and I think Trump is more of a pragmatist than a Democrat or a Republican, but I think he has a hard time articulating his pragmatism. And therefore, I'm going to articulate it for him at the best I can do. The best I can do. They should have had me have spoken before. Let the other people. Good morning. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't say people didn't come out to vote, but according to there were 50, right? But what happened to the 15 million ballots? Yeah. So I mean, if we got 15 million. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, I saw that. Wait. Yeah. Well, we got 67% of the people. Uh, yeah. Ain't that the truth? If they ain't gonna get paid, yeah. If they ain't get paid, I got a call this morning on the way to work from somebody's in prison. Somebody gave me a number, and there seems to be. Again, I don't know. I can't go by what people say on the phone, but there seems to be in the state of Alabama a vacuum of justice of sorts. I don't know exactly where it's coming from, and evidently there's no lawyer in this state. And everybody wants to make a living. There's no place for a person to go to have right. There's this, and you know, you know, what you ought to have me. What you doing sitting on that? Oh, okay, okay, yeah. Well, I watch it, and that's a shame. That's a shame because every time you ask a policeman or a lawyer, why do you want to be a policeman? Why do you want to be a lawyer? And the three words out before was I want to help people. And then when they get there, the reality of it is that you got to pay bills. And so you got yeah. Mm, yeah. I don't know. Hey, we got to take a break. We'll come back 8:46 in the morning right here on News Radio 1440. I'm going to 861 You can text me 901 502 if you can't get in. Yeah.
So notice will think off. Easy.
And we are back. Good morning. Hope that they find everybody well and doing good. I guess I've been working hard this year. We're gonna get 3 days off this year. on. Right on. Oh, you should look for the 3 days. Okay, okay. I go to Maxwell. I can hop on a hop. I can get on a hop, and wherever it's going, that's where I'm going. I don't like airplanes, but if I get on an airplane, I like military airplanes. Yeah. Okay then. Good morning to you. Hope everybody is having a great day today. Okay, let me see who's on the phone here. It's 8:53 in the morning. Good morning on there. I'm doing fine. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't play them. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he said the same thing he's been saying. It ain't changed. So I mean, so what's your point? Okay, what did he say? Right, right. Well, what crazy mistake did he? Well, what crazy mistake did he make? That just, y'all say these things, but I do keep up with dumb things. So I'm just what do you consider crazy that he did? Okay, that was crazy. Yeah, 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 that was crazy. And that's the only thing I remember that he did. Yeah, yeah. He has been. And I like Jeff. I think, yeah, Jeff Sessions is an honorable man that I know of. But again, now, I understood why he fired him. I understood why he did. I mean, it's better that you stay quiet than support its enemy. Just stay quiet about it. Just leave it alone. Mhm. But can't you say that about right? But can't you say that about any administration? The Biden administration didn't do a whole hell of a lot that's good for America. Yeah. They- no. We lost when they got fired. Right. Okay. Well, that's true. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Well, I'm with you. Wait a minute. They all are. Wait a minute. They all are opportunists. They all are opportunists. I mean, come on. Mhm. I think he does. But if you ask me, he's not perfect. Yeah, he's not perfect, but I think he does have a little bit of skill. Yeah, okay. And again, I listen. I agree with you. Nobody needs unfettered power. No, nobody. And I agree with that. Yeah, I think we're going to see a different. I hope we see a different Donald Trump. I think he's been. I think he is being cautious about the people that he put in his cabinet. I don't blame him, and I think he's also from a few people in his cabinet that and they whining about the Secretary of Defense because he's kind of young. Well, the man has seen combat. What else he need to see? He was an officer, junior officer. What else we need to see? I'm out of here. I'll be back. What are you going on? This is getting fun today.
News. Several others were injured during homecoming weekend.
Keep hope
The
alive.
account has been set up
Next
for the
time
family
I
of the victim killed in last
fall
weekend's mass shooting in
in
Tuskegee.
love,
Johnson,
I know that always
his family says funeral costs will be covered by insurance, but they're asking for help for other expenses. If you'd like to donate, go to WSFA.com. An emergency missing child alert is in effect statewide for a Montgomery teenager. 15-year-old Madison Kim Gary has been missing for a week now. Montgomery police initially said she was a runaway, and just 24 hours ago declared her missing. She was last seen near Rosemary Road and Atlanta Highway. To see Madison's pictures, go to WSFA.com. I'm Jasmine Williams with your morning headline.
WLWI-AM is News Radio 1440. Also heard on 95.1 HD3 FM in Montgomery, a Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Eyebrows raised all around over President-elect Trump's pick for Attorney General. Florida's now former Congressman Matt Gaetz. Correspondent Nancy Portas.
President-elect Trump surprised even many in his own party with his choice of Gaetz for Attorney General, especially because the announcement came just 2 days before the House Ethics Committee is set to vote on releasing what CBS News has learned is a highly damaging report about its investigation into Gaetz.
Gaetz is also investigated by the Department of Justice. The Senate's new leader, John Thune, is facing a full plate. CBS's Nicole Killian.
Thune will be tasked with managing the confirmation process for Trump's new cabinet picks. The president-elect has already called on the new majority leader to use recess appointments to expedite his nominees. Thune has said he prefers the traditional hearing process, but has also said all options are on the table.
A stubborn wildfire along the New York-New Jersey border is now 50% contained. CBS's Tom Hansen says crews are hoping to make more progress today.
They're going to be going out with axes, picks, shovels, anything they can use to try to carve a path through this bone-dry brush and really control where this fire goes. They're hoping that because there are no significant wind conditions today, they're going to be able to get out ahead of that blaze.
Sold at auction today. Conspiracy theorist Alex Jones' InfoWars. The buyer.
You're watching the Onion News Network. A hacksaw of news cutting through the gangrenous leg of ignorance.
In a statement, the Onion CEO Ben Collins says his satirical publication's goal is to end InfoWars' relentless barrage of disinformation and replace it with a relentless barrage of humor. No word on the selling price. Jones owes more than $1 billion for calling the 2012 Sandy Hook massacre a hoax. How do you feel about the death penalty? It may depend on your age. Here's CBS's Jim Krasula.
Younger generations of U.S. adults are far less likely than older generations to favor the death penalty for convicted murderers. As a result, overall support for the death penalty in the U.S. has fallen to 53% today, according to a new Gallup poll. That's a level not seen since the early 1970s.
Olympic downhill champ Lindsey Vonn is planning a World Cup return almost 5 years after she retired from a string of injuries.
2 ACLs, MCL, meniscus, broken my wrist, my thumb, my pinky.
The list goes on. Vonn on CBS's 60 Minutes in 2018. 40-year-old isn't ruling out the Olympics in 2026. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast.
from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Attention, business owners. A federal law came into effect this year for owners, directors, and managers of LLCs and corporations. It is now mandatory to file a beneficial ownership information or BOI report. Almost every LLC or corporation must file a report by December 31st or risk losing $591 per day. It's the Fed's effort to combat criminals hiding behind corporate entities. You can file it yourself, but like your taxes, it is tricky and time-consuming. Trust our U.S.-based professionals to do these reports for you, quickly, correctly, and securely. Your information never leaves the U.S. Go to thisisrequired.com to see if your company needs to file, or call us for expert and complimentary advice at 800-949-4020. Go to thisisrequired.com or call 800-949-4020. Again, this is mandatory. Go to thisisrequired.com.
Time to roll up a sleeve if you haven't yet.
The holiday season is approaching, so health officials say it's time to get vaccinated for flu and COVID-19 if you haven't already. Gear up with a flu shot.
Protect others and reduce your risk of being sick and hospitalized with the flu.
That's the message in a new PSA from the Ad Council and the CDC. CDC Principal Deputy Director Dr. Neerav Shah says get protected from flu and COVID-19 before we start gathering to celebrate the holidays.
A lot of us are going to be getting together with our families in small gatherings, going to church, going to other events. Those are situations that the virus thrives in.
Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
We've learned the cause of death for Quincy Jones. A death certificate obtained by People and other media outlets notes the legendary music producer and composer had been living with pancreatic cancer for years. Jones died last week at his home in L.A. at the age of 91. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. Obviously, with more, MediShare members like their satisfaction rate is 98%. Imagine that. And MediShare is a proven thing, too, for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing. If you join before November 15th, and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save even more right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call, and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is November 15th. So call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number, 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. It is 9:06 in the morning. If you need to be there by 9 o'clock, you're late. But just telling you, just couldn't help yourself. You were listening to me with all my brilliance. I know it's difficult to pick up the phone and call me because you're so intimidated by my superior brain power until you think that I'm going to talk down to you. Well, I won't, okay? I can talk on any level you ask me to talk on, okay? Just because I am brilliant in my I guess my interpretation of the events of the world doesn't mean that I'm right all the time. 98% of the time I am. But periodically, I know it's hard to believe, but periodically I do get it wrong. It happens every once in a while, okay? Now, before I get to anything else, it's that time of year again where we start collecting for Help Your Hand Good Neighbor Award. And this year's no different. It may be the last year, unless I can, convince somebody to give me lots of money or a little bit more. Our goal this year is $15,000, okay? Here in the River region, each year, we ask local folks to donate to a worthy cause. We call it a Helping Hand a Good Neighbor Award. Our goal this year is to raise at least $15,000, okay, by December the 20th. 100% of the donations go to help chosen families here in the River region during the holiday season. Each family member will receive anywhere from $500 to $1,000, depending on how much money we collect, as a gift just in time for Christmas. We as a community are lending a helping hand to our neighbors in need. And how we get those neighbors in need, of course, you have to send in a letter about this person. Nobody can ask us directly. Don't send me a letter for yourself. I'm going to leave it up to people who know you to put you in, so I don't have to do all this investigation. Okay, so there's always somebody out there that needs a hand, always. But what I find in my living is that most people who really need a hand won't ask. So I'm asking you to ask for them. Okay, and it's got you cannot text me their information. You have to give me a letter. It has to come up here so I can put it in the files, so I don't have to so if somebody want to ask who'd you give money to last year, well, these are the people. And that also stops me from having to give money to, saying I only do it one time. You can't if you ever got it before, you can't get it again, unfortunately. Okay, so they'll receive either $500 or $1,000, again, depending on how much we gather. The holidays are fast approaching, so we are here again asking for your continued support. So we want our neighbors to know that they are not alone and that we care. Helping Hand Good Neighbor Awards motto is this: we cannot help everybody, but we can certainly help somebody. Okay, so please make your checks payable to Helping Hand. Our mailing address is 1 Commerce Street, Suite 300, Montgomery, Alabama. And please send any correspondence to the attention of Kevin Elkins. That is me. For questions, please contact me. Of course, the talk show host of this station. You can call me at 901 5022 901 5022. Okay, or I'm on the air from 7 until 10. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call, and we'll see if we can answer any of those questions that you may have. We are not a 501c3 organization, because I figure if people want to give, they give. They don't want to give, they don't want to give. Don't go in my pocket. It goes to people. I had a 501c3, but I let it for Youth Leadership Corps, but I kind of let it. They want $600 to what's that word I'm looking for? To resurface it, reconstitute it. And I'm going to do it one of these days if I get a chance. But that's $600 I can use and give to some family this year. So I'm not going to spend it on that. If I live and nothing happens, maybe next year I'll bring it out. So anyway, so every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Now you can always go to First Service Bank and donate anything you want to donate to it. Look for Helping Hand Good Neighbor Award. But sometimes you have to look under my name, Kevin Elkins, and they'll tell you I have actually brought people to the bank to give them money. Okay, so we don't keep the money. We don't buy a brand new car. I drive a Ford Escape. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's about that's because that's a poor man's car. That's a poor man's SUV. It's what that is. But anyway. So if you wouldn't mind, we're starting that now. You can send a check up here to 1 Commerce Street, which is Suite 300, 1 Commerce Street, or you can send a check to the bank and put Helping Hands in parentheses Kevin Elkins, and they'll put it in the account for you. Or you can come down to the bank and deposit it yourself. Okay. Either way, we don't care how we get it, as long as we get it. Okay. You will be surprised. I'm going to put some videos on our Helping Hand Facebook page and show you some of the things that go on. I have been touched, and me and my good friend Randy, we go out on Christmas 3 days before Christmas, and we give the money out to people. And here's the thing about it: if you put somebody in, you cannot tell them that you put them in, because if for some reason we don't get the money, then they'll feel bad twice. So. But I try to give everybody who gets put in something 3 days, 72 hours before Christmas. At least it'll make their day go by a little bit better. All right. So Again, you can text me. Don't be calling. You can text me 901-5022, or you can send a letter up here to News Radio 1440. We'll start taking those letters on the 18th of around the 15th of December. Okay. All right then. So that's what we'll do. Okay. So for questions, text me. Okay. Or you can send me a letter. Either case may be. And I'll normally texting me is the best way to get me because I'm on the road a lot. So I don't really answer the phone that much. But if you need me to call you back, you can leave a text me and say call you, and then I'll call you. Okay. All right. Now the numbers here are 860-1440. If you want to help us out, please do so. We appreciate all the things that you do. You guys have helped a lot of families over the last 8 years. A lot of them who would have had a rough day if you guys hadn't given. Thanks a lot. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. I'm doing fine.
For a while, and last night I went on a couple of my usually favorite international news services, France 24. They took that off of PBS. I don't know why. It used to come on in the evening, and also DW. But I've seen some stuff that's kind of it's interesting. China has got a fleet of cars that they $36,000 that probably put Lexus to shame. And I noticed, the president said last night that they want to bring them over here, and he's going to put a 300% tariff on them. Wow. But, the other thing is, while Biden was in there, if you get these little feeds from TikTok and around the world, what China's doing with their infrastructure and that. Well, two things that I think are very interesting, which is going to impact us all, and especially some of the policies that's getting ready to come down if he lives up to what he said he was going to do, which I'm not for or against it. I'm just curious how will we end up in it. But China has built one of the biggest ports in the world in Peru, and a straight shot to the South China Sea is 14 days less in travel time to bring all their goods over there and to be shipped to North America, Central America, South America. They still would have to go around the tip of South America without going through the Panama Canal to get to the East Coast. And then you take and you look at, I heard this morning on your news feed, CBS World News Roundup, at 7 o'clock, you really get the news. After that, it's all, we're back to the same old, let's fight it out as Democrats and Republicans, and we never get anywhere. We never learn anything. But the longshoremen, East Coast and West Coast this time, they took a temporary settlement, but with 60% tariff coming, and they've already, their wages, they can shut the whole thing down. It is going to be really interesting. None of this stuff will actually affect manufacturing. The manufacturing in this country, the workers were betrayed by Wall Street, the hedge funds, and the people that own these factories. I know a guy that went over to China and rebuilt a factory where they just came over here and bought it, a steel plant, something up in Pennsylvania, and he actually worked over there for 2 years reassembling that stuff. They are so far ahead of us. They have these hypersonic missiles that could take out our entire aircraft fleet in 20 minutes. A war, I mean, are you listening to me, Kevin?
I haven't fell asleep yet. Yeah, I'm good. Mm. Mm.
How many of these people that President Trump has appointed before he even gets inaugurated will be around once he gets inaugurated?
Yeah, well, that's a chance he got. That's a chance he got to take. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
everybody and start discussing things like the economy, infrastructure, and where we are going as human beings and what we're going to do with this planet, right? That's my comment to this.
All right, appreciate it. 860-1440, 9:18 in the morning. Good morning. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I don't remember that one, but okay. Yeah, don't know that. Don't know about that one either. I, I don't know. I don't know. What station? Not that I know of, but I'm not. I'm, they're not laying people off next week. We, yeah, so is everybody. We getting a vacation. We're doing a great job. No, she gonna give us because we worked hard. Every Thanksgiving we always every eh, what you let me answer. Every Thanksgiving we get that Thursday. Every Thanksgiving I got you. Thanks. When is Thanksgiving? Well, I don't. Well, whenever Thanksgiving, that's the day I'm talking about. Thanksgiving week. When whatever day I don't. Now Thanksgiving's not next week. Oh no. Yeah. Well, no, I can't. I can't put myself in. Yeah. I mean Thanksgiving week. Yeah. What's a pronoun? Okay. The we are the people who give. That's the we. Well, we do. Well, we do. We know you're not one of them. I ain't mad at you though. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Okay. Well, again, no, I don't. Although I don't like dogs being misused. I don't like that. So, but that's. Uh, well, what you mean? In your backyard? What's wrong with that? Says who? Says who? Says who? Who says chaining up a dog is? Who says chaining up a dog is abuse? Okay. Okay. All right. No, we good. We're good. I mean, I'm not. I don't speak for the finances of the station, but I think we're doing all right. All right. Gotta take a break. We'll be back. It is 9:21. That is curmudgeon. Curmudgeon is the antithesis of a nemesis. Yes, he is the show's nemesis. Okay. We'll be back.
usual. For many families joining Medishare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people, obviously. But what's more, Medishare members like it. Their satisfaction rate is 98%. Imagine that. And Medishare has proven things too for over 30 years. It's a Christian community, hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing, if you join before November 15th, and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. You save even more right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call and you get a price within 2 minutes. Again, the deadline is November 15th, so call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number, 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
The thought of my stomach growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking. I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying. Learn something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it, so can you.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC. This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris, encouraging you to take the Purple Pledge and support the 47 million people worldwide who are living with Alzheimer's disease and other dementias.
The number of Americans living with Alzheimer's is growing at an alarming rate. 2% of people over the age of 65 have the disease, and 2/3 of them are women. Someone in the United States develops Alzheimer's every minute. As the number of older Americans continues to grow, so will the number of new and existing cases of Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States. New research is making it possible to detect Alzheimer's disease and providing an accurate diagnosis earlier than ever before. Learning the signs of Alzheimer's, and if you notice them in a family member, seek medical treatment.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov. Hey everyone, what's our stop? See, every moment can be special. Whether you can buy moments, losing moments, ordinary moments, doesn't matter. Because every person has like us, a moment like that, just like that, close to love, it's moments. So let's take a moment to think. Call 877-4-411 is a with background. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health, Human Services, and Medicare.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, it can be scary to hand a car keys to a teenager. To help your teen stay safe, be a good role model and follow traffic laws yourself. Set rules for your teen, including wearing a seatbelt, driving only during the day, and with limited distractions, including taking half meals. Finally, make sure your teen knows it is never okay to text and drive. For example, driving agreement for teens, visit healthychildren.org. Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, you are your child's first teacher. Like all students, kids will make mistakes. Your goal is to encourage the behavior you want to see. Set clear expectations, reward good behavior, and withdraw privileges when needed. What doesn't work is spanking. It only increases the risk your child will be affected. For more strategies on child behavior, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial. Ben Shapiro. The Ben Shapiro Show. Tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Some of you are wondering what the word nemesis means. Well, okay. You know, I'm almost a wordsmith. Okay. But nemesis means the inescapable agent of someone's or something's downfall. Okay. That's what it means. Like he is. A long-standing rival or arch enemy. Okay. Okay. So that's what curmudgeon is. It's a nemesis. Nothing ever good to say. I don't even think the guy likes himself, actually, to tell you the truth. Okay. Yeah, that's you know, I don't know. It's gotta be miserable living. Nothing. I mean, I don't imagine he says thank you, Lord, for being here this morning. I mean, maybe I don't think he does. I don't think he thankful for nothing. Hey, that's on him and not on me. And again, don't forget that there's a day to look for DTW's on available. Anyway, the three candidates for student of the week this week is Gas Harlan from Lamp High School. Also, Donovan Brown of Prattville High School, and Haley Carter of BTW High School. So those are my government advertiser, and sort of get in there and vote for the kids if you like them. Yeah, I think you can vote more than once. I think just vote a whole bunch of times. Right now, the only way I need for the help now is I think Haley's doing all right. Anyway, it's out there. Let me see who's leading. Advertiser. Let me see now. Also, going to go to okay. A student okay, of the week. So let's see who's right now. The student of the week. It is. One more time. You gotta get gas. I like that name. So, okay. So, with 19,734 votes, that would be the Kaylee Carter of BCW comes in first right now. But hey, nothing's over yet. And that is 64% of the vote. With 20% of the vote, it is Donovan Brown, who has 6,257 votes. And Gas Farm comes in third with 4,414 votes. So go to Montgomery Advertiser, look up the student of the week, and you will find out that you can vote for those folks there. Okay. Now, for the rest of the hour, I only want first time calls. I don't have any out there. I think that's good. I need to hear some. I need to hear some news. Hey, we had a woman call today too. Okay? Also, there's a Alabama law enforcement agency emergency missing child alert from Montgomery team, and they've been talking about this for a few days. I don't know why took me all this time to get it on the thing. Madison Gray has not been seen since November 27th, according to the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency is now issuing an emergency missing child alert for 15-year-old Montgomery resident who hasn't been seen in nearly a week. There has been some confusion with the child's exact name, with different agencies providing slight variations. But her family has confirmed to WSFA News that she is Madison Kemp Gary. Aaliyah joins the Montgomery Police Department and Central Alabama Crime Stoppers and seeking the public help finding also in which a runaway juvenile. The status now has been changed to missing. So I hope we find her. Madison is 15 years old. She weighs about 200 pounds, black hair, black eyes, and there's a picture of her on WSFA's website, so you can go there and look at it. Okay, thank you very much. All right then. Hopefully we will find it. If Thanksgiving is going to be different this week, it may. Because I don't know why next week is Thanksgiving, but it isn't. Okay. Inflation, where consumers may finally get some relief following this Thanksgiving meal. Okay. Overall, has eased during the past year. Fixed income. Centerpieces of Thanksgiving cake was slightly less expensive. Okay, but that's only because they were trying to help Biden get back in, but it didn't work. Thanksgiving will face ups and downs in prices this year, starting with the meal centerpiece, that turkey. Yes, The turkey, the turkey. Okay, let me see who this is. Good morning. Yes. Hey, listen, if you're going to change your voice, you got to do that. I appreciate that. Good morning. You ain't the first time caller. Yeah. Well, because it didn't belong to Trump nowhere. I don't know. They tried to pin it on him. That, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, they got to eat. Yeah, they gotta eat. None of these people work hard now. They go, you know, well, yeah. Well, ain't no way you can get bucket right now. I need bucket. Appreciate the call. Yeah, board has been going up. Listen, let's not. A lot of people come on. I don't have a problem with come to America. I don't. My only problem is if you come the right way. Not people coming. You know, not people coming. And I don't blame them. Because hell, I'll go make stuff. I get out of there too. Shoot. I get out there too. I've been trying to get over here the best way I could. It's up to our government to to make sure that people who come through there in an orderly fashion. And again, this is first time caller, half hour of the show. So if you called before, we still love you, but we just want to hear a couple new voices. You know, that's all. Good morning. Well, I catch it. Well, I catch it now. Mhm, mhm, yeah, yeah. Well, and I also saw it in New York. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. But now, no, that's not right. But that's not their fault. Right, right. But that's not their fault that it happened to our people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That, mhm, yeah, 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 yeah. I hear you. I- yeah. You do. And that's what they didn't do. And say the neighbor's house. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, it's a tough situation that our government is putting the citizens of the United States in. We find ourselves who we are a very sympathetic nation, we're a very giving nation, but we find ourselves we got one bathtub and everybody can be in. And yeah, 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 I hear you. Yeah. Mhm. Right. But our anger, right. But our anger, right. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right. All right. Hey, appreciate it, y'all. Again, I don't, we have to be careful not to, uh, not to. I understand that because I don't like it. They let the border ground open, but once people are here, once they are here, it is our job to be as kind, to be as loving, to be as cordial as we possibly can be. It's not their fault. We was in the right sperm group. We were born in America. They weren't. I just can't. And we got to be careful because, listen, I find myself being prejudiced sometimes, automatically assuming that people are here illegally just to look like me. And isn't that the same thing that the whites want to do to us? So I'm just saying, stop it at the gate and we never had to deal with it. So, I'm just saying, we gotta be careful not to say, I say, I'm a friend of mine, and they are the salt of the earth, you know. So we gotta be careful, but, and if we are angry, we need to be angry at our government, the people who have been in charge, people who have been entrusted with the security of the United States of America, not the people who come to, because I gotta tell you, I don't know anybody out there that would not have done this to make a better life for them. No matter what it took, under the fence, over the fence, through the fence, we would have done it too. It is up to our government to make sure that those fences are secure, that our border is secure. Don't blame them. Put the blame which really belongs in the last few years has been on Biden. It's been on. It's been on. What's her name, Kamala, and the Department of Homeland Security. Well, excuse me, Homeland need to be secure. Anyway, 860-1440, the number. Get money on there. Yeah, you're not a first time call. You're not a first time call either. Wait a minute. When I say first time caller, it means first time caller. No. I want to hear somebody different. If I hear somebody different, that's good. Okay. So first time, the next 15 minutes, we just want first time caller. Okay. If you get more same, I'll be tomorrow. Y'all can call us again. It's something different. Y'all pretty much say the same thing. Anyway, thank you. We talking about ups and down prices this year, starting with the real centerpiece, which is the turkey. Say about that in a minute. Good morning. Okay, then. I don't know why y'all do that. My hands are faster than your mouth. So. After a few years of price fluctuation, Wells Fargo says that fresh purchases are unchanged this year compared to last, with name brand turkeys seeing a 2% decline in price in 2023.
Michael Swanson, who is the chief agricultural economist for Wells Fargo, says conditions have improved for turkey farmers with the impact of the flu has been. Okay? They can it mostly, but the good thing is the feed prices are way down. That's a lot they tell us anyway. Cranberries are a bigger crop this year, putting something on. Right. I got on like cranberries. So I like cranberries. You know. We see about 2% more cranberries produced this year. Right? How you go? You go and check. I don't know. So the dinner, at least it hasn't gone up too much. Something else happened yesterday too. The Equal Justice Initiative unveiled a statue of Representative John Lewis. Yeah, I'm all right. Normally I don't see all excited about statues, but I think the acknowledgement of him, if nothing else but a good trouble thing. That really is that's a unique thing. I'm gonna get in trouble, let it be some good trouble. And I think that was they deserve that. Legal Justice Initiative unveiled a new statute honoring the late Reverend, Representative John Lewis. So we appreciate that. Okay. Uh, Let me see. What else is going on? Yeah, up in Kinsey, police warned of an elderly abuse arrested a man for stealing his grandmother's money. Well, listen, there are people you can steal from. Okay, you don't be stealing from your grandparents. Don't steal from your own parents. If you got to steal from somebody's parents, steal from somebody else's parents, not your own. Come on, all they did for you, change your diaper, feeding you all this stuff. He shouldn't go to jail. He just needs to be smacked around on TV. Good morning. Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Mhm. I've said the same thing because why should you have to leave your home to get to? I mean, you got to fight. Sometimes you got to fight. But according to what they tell me, they don't have no guns. They don't have nothing. They don't have this. They got a woman president now. You think that she'd be a nurturing type, but I agree with you. I think you can't come over. You come over here and benefit from all the trials and tribulations that black folks have to fight for their rights, and now our rights are being shared with other people who didn't put up the fight. But again, that's our country allowing this to happen. I just can't. I'm like I can't blame them. But it would be nice to see people over there stand there and fight them people. But it's not. It's easy for us to say because we fight with it. So, I agree. You gotta fight for it. You too. 860-1440 is the number. Gotta take my last break, and we'll be back with the conclusion of this beautiful thing. Ministry that you can also this is why this is a year also when you can join the membership and save even more than you do. And many families join the membership and save about $500.
Denver 15 to all now the safety Disney. Mm-hmm.